Welcome my dear students, how are you? Hope you all are fine. So dear children, today we are going to start the next chapter, chapter number 20 of our English grammar, that is comparisons. What is the meaning of comparison? Comparison means when we compare any two things or more than two things. Okay, comparison only can be possible between two things or more than two things. Okay, we often use describing words to compare two people, places, animals or things. So comparison we are doing between two people, places, animals or thing, and we usually add er or est. When we are comparing any two things, we are adding ed, and we are comparing more than two things, then we are adding est, third degree, superlative degree. Okay, so that is comparison. Comparison when we compare two things. Suppose we have two balls. One is this is black ball, and one we are having blue ball. Okay, so if we have to compare these two balls, how we will compare? We will compare the black ball. The black ball is bigger than blue ball. So when we compare any two things, two person, two people, then we use er. Then we use second degree, that is we add er at the last. Okay, so there are three types. Degrees are of three types. First is positive, second comparative, and third superlative. Comparative, superlative and positive. Positive degree when we are talking about only one person, one people, one place, one thing. Comparative degree we use when we are comparing two things, two people, two places, two cities, two things. Superlative degree when we are comparing more than two things. More than two. Okay, so in this chapter we will read about comparative degree. In this chapter we will read about comparative degree. Okay, comparative degree we use at the back of this, we use at the back of describing word er. Suppose my brother is younger than me. Younger, my brother is younger than me, so that is second degree, younger. Here I am using second degree, er we use at the back. There are some words where we don't use er, there we use more. This building is more beautiful than that building. This building is more beautiful. So there are some words with that we use more in the second degree when we are comparing any two things. So in this chapter, comparison chapter, we will read about the second degree, comparative degree, and there we will use er and more, which we use with the comparative degree. Okay, let us move to more examples. Ravi is taller than Amit. So here I am comparing two boys. How many boys? 1, 2. So when we are talking about any two things, two person, two places, we always use er at the last. So I have added here er, taller. I will not write tall. I will not write tallest. I will write taller. Why? Because here two persons we are talking about. Okay. More example. Next. Second is this sum is easier than that. Now I am talking about sums. This sum, easier, I have added here, written here easier, easier, easy. So this is second degree, easy, easier, easiest. So this is comparative degree. Wherever y is there, we always add er at the last. If y is there, pretty, prettier, prettier. So we will cut y and we will add ier. So this sum is easier than that. So here it is comparative degree because we are talking about this sum is easier than that. Means two sums were there, but this sum is easier. So we are talking about here two sums. Next. So there are some words like red flowers are more beautiful than orange flowers. So here we are talking about red flowers and orange flowers. But which flowers we are comparing? Red flowers and orange flowers, and what we have concluded that red flowers are beautiful, more beautiful. Now we have added here more. There are some words with them we are not using er and we are not using ier. So there we are using more and most. For second degree more, for third degree most. Okay, so here we will write more beautiful because we have to add second degree because we are talking about two things. So obviously er will come, but we will not write with beautiful. Here we will add more. Okay. So I hope it is clear to you all. Next. Now I have given you these two sentences. Read these sentences. The English test was dash easy. Now here we are talking about the English test. No other test is there, nothing else is given here. Means we are talking about here the English test. Only one subject we are talking about. So when we are talking about one subject, I told you there are 3 degrees, first, second and third. When we are talking about one person, one thing, one man, one noun or one naming word, we use first degree. Means if easy is given to you, easy, easier, easiest. Okay, this is positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. When we are talking about only one thing, means here we are talking about one subject, so here we will use, because we are talking about one thing, so here we will use easy. We will not write easier because nothing else is given, only one subject is given. Same way, grandpa is, now next, grandpa is dash old than grandma. Here we are talking about the grandpa and grandma. So how many persons are there? 2. When we are talking about 2 persons, 2 places, 2 things, means there we will use second degree, means comparative degree. That will be, here old is given to you, so what we will add at the last? Older. Second degree, we will not write oldest, we will write older. Okay, and when we are talking about more than 2 things, more than 2 places, there we use third degree, easiest. Means there we will use est, iest. Okay. One more thing you can keep in your mind. Wherever in sentence, if what is given THAN, not THEN, THAN. Wherever in sentences, if THAN is given, there we always use ER at the last. ER, IER or okay, more, second degree. There we always use comparative degree. Wherever than is given. THEN, no. THAN, wherever THEAN, than, this is that, this is then. Than we use when we are comparing 2 things. So wherever than is given, there we will always use comparative degree.